जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदान यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदा यमुना तीरा वनचारी यमुना तीरा वनचारी यमुना तीरा जय जय राधा माधव जय राधा वृंदावन चंद्र राधा वृंदावन चंद्र राधे जय निताई गौरंग जय निताई गौरंग निताई गौरंग जय निताई गौरंग जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय प्रभुपाद
फाउंडर फाउंडर श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि बोल। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया। भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवती नैष्टिकी। Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 3, Krishna is the source of all incarnations. Text number 12. Tataha Saptama Akutyam Tataha Saptama Akutyam Tataha Saptama Akutyam Ruchehe Yagnaha Abhyajayata Rucher Yagnyo Abhyajayata Rucher Yagnyo Abhyajayata Saha Yama Adaihi Suraganaihi Sayamadhyaihi Suragunaihi Sayamadhyaihi Suraganaihi Apat Swayambhuva Antaram Apat Swayambhuvamantaram Apat Swayambhuvamantaram Tataha Saptama Akutyam Rucher Yagnyo Abhyajayata Sa Yamadhyaihi Suraganai Apat Swayambhuvantaram Tataha Saptama Akutyam Rucher Yagnyo Abhyajayata Sa Yamadhyaihi Suraganair Apat Swayambhuvantaram Saptamatityam Tataha, after that, Saptame, the seventh in the line, Akutyam, in the womb of Akuti, Ruchehe, by Prajapati Ruchi, Yagnaha, the Lord's incarnation as Yagya, Abhyajayata, advented, Saha, he, Yama Adyaihi, with Yama and others, Suraganaihi, with demigods, Apat, ruled, Swayambhuva Antaram, the change of the period of Swayambhuva Manu. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The seventh incarnation was Yajna, the son of Prajapati Ruchi, and his wife Akuti. He controlled the period during the change of Swayambhuva Manu and was assisted by demigods such as his son Yama. Can you repeat? The seventh incarnation was Yajna, the son of Prajapati Ruchi, and his wife Akuti. He controlled the period during the change of Swayambhuva Manu and was assisted by demigods such as his son Yama. Purport by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The administrative posts occupied by the demigods for maintaining the regulations of the material world are offered to the highly elevated pious. When there is a scarcity of such pious living beings, the Lord incarnates himself as Brahma, Prajapati, Indra, etc. and takes up the charge. During the period of Swayambhuva Manu, the present period of Vaivasvata Manu, there was no suitable living being who could occupy the post of Indra, the king of the Indraloka, heaven, planet. The Lord himself at that time became Indra, assisted by his own sons, like Yama and other demigods. Lord Yajna ruled the administration of the universal affairs. Thus ends the Bhakti Vedanta purport. Om Ajnanatimidandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Sutta Goswami has been describing incarnations of Lord Krishna at various times, in various situations. Many varieties of incarnations are there, which Sutta Goswami has explained. Prabhupada has explained in the purports previously. Guna avataras, Leela avataras, Purusha avataras, Shaktyavesha avataras. Right? Like this there are many varieties. Manvantara avataras, right? Yuga avataras. Mostly there are 6 varieties which scriptures explain. So here specifically we are seeing the incarnation of a Manvantara avatara. Right? It's all quite technical, but we are supposed to understand because it is connected to Krishna. In the previous incarnation, we heard about Dattatreya, Lord Dattatreya. Dattatreya was a Shaktyavesha avatara, son of sage Atri and Anasuya. Right? He was the empowered incarnation of Vishnu. Likewise here, we see one more incarnation of Lord who appeared as Lord Yajna, who is a Manvantara avatara. So first of all, these descriptions of avatars are very specific, very clear, very vivid, and to the point. When they will appear, and who will be the father and mother of the avatars who are going to appear, what is their activities, all aspects are described in the scriptures very clearly. Nothing left to ambiguity. Because incarnations are not manufactured in a factory or concocted. Tomorrow somebody will wear some dress, what he likes as a fancy dress, and tells, I am avatara. Not acceptable. At least according to Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. When Krishna explained his opulences to Arjuna in the Vibhuti Yoga chapter, 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna heard, I am among the mountains, I am Himalayas, among the great reservoirs of water, I am ocean. Whatever best you see, It is my potency, Krishna said. Yad yad vibhuti mat sattvam Srimad urjitam evava. Whatever beautiful, splendorous, wonderful manifestations you see, they are but a spark of my splendor, Krishna said. So Arjuna heard, and for any outsider, it may look like, oh, Krishna, Arjuna are best friends. They may go on talking anything. How will we believe that Krishna is actually having these opulences, these powers, these energies, these potencies? So Arjuna, very intelligently, in the next chapter, he requests Krishna, now I want you to show me these opulences in full. Show me your universal form. Right? That is the reason. The chapter on universal form is basically for a challenge to all those so-called incarnations or manufactured avatars who simply come and say, I am an avatara. It's a nice pastime of Prabhupada. Is in Bombay. Prabhupada wanted a very nice temple in Bombay. So, in fact, when he came back from America in 1970s, late 1970s, he wanted to preach extensively in India. He brought around 50 of his Western disciples who were all traveling with him to different parts of India. From Indore to Amritsar, Kolkata, Delhi, like this, they were traveling extensively. Allahabad, it's Prayagraj now. So almost for 6 to 8 months they were traveling. And Prabhupada's intention was to see that he establishes temples, big temples here, especially in Bombay, Vrindavan and Mayapur. In fact, almost in a 1 month's period, in 1971, in the month of March, Prabhupada conducted Bhumi Puja ceremony in all these 3 places, one after other. That was his intention. So he was almost practically, the Vrindavan aspect, Vrindavan land was donated by one donor, so there was no problem with the land. Whereas Mayapur, Prabhupada acquired the land, purchased the land. That was also, in one sense, not a big problem. But Bombay was a problem. The land, in the land deal, there was some cheating. It happens. Most of you will know who have purchased property or dealing with property. The same property will be sold to 10 more people. Right? So, this landlord had struck a deal with devotees that, okay, you purchase this land and this is the offer and like this you have to pay payment, and generally temple devotees will not have so much money, so they have to pay in installments. So this landlord thought, oh, let me cheat them. So before he had sold this land to people, and after this deal was confirmed, Prabhupada had confirmed the deal, he was further doing some other deal. So Prabhupada came to know about it. So Prabhupada immediately, moved to the land, property, and told devotees, you make a temporary temple there and start worshipping. Lord is sitting, then it is our land. Like that. Very beautiful pastime is there. The whole Bombay Yatra, the struggle it was. So meanwhile, Prabhupada used to often come to Bombay because with all the different, his engagements all over the world, traveling extensively, but he used to come to Bombay quite often. And there, he happened to meet one businessman who was actually a Mayavadi. Mayavadi means they don't believe in the form of God. They think ultimately God is Nirakara, Nirvishesha, impersonal and without any varieties. It is light, Brahman, impersonal Brahman. So somehow, as a sadhu, this businessman was trying to give respect to Prabhupada. And whenever Prabhupada knew that this person is contaminated by some Mayavadi thoughts. So this, whenever Prabhupada used to come, this gentleman used to come and meet him and have philosophical some discussions. And Prabhupada used to very strongly, consistently put forward the teachings of Gita, Bhagavatam in a very, very nice way. And this person was trying to listen and understand whatever possible, but he was having conflicting thoughts because his guru, Mayavadi guru, was telling him something else. Finally, all of us are God, all of us are all pervading. Now we are having body. Once we are liberated, we'll all become one. All of us become God. Like this, many, many concoctions are there in Mayavada philosophy. Right now I am having a body, but eventually I will become God. I am also God in a different way. Right now I am under Maya. That's all. As though God is like subjected to some conditions. So like this, the Mayavadis have their theory. So Prabhupada was always trying to, very nice with this gentleman and preaching to him. The gentleman also, by Prabhupada's association, he started slowly getting questions about the philosophy, what he has heard from his guru. So Prabhupada once challenged, your guru is telling to this gentleman that, he is God. Then why is he getting old? Ask this question to him. Right? If you are God, you should not get old. What is the definition of God in scriptures? Nava yavvanam cha. He is ever youthful. Brahma says, Nava yavvanam cha. 16 to 20 years old only. Because Bhagavad Gita was spoken also. Krishna was more than 100 years old. But he was looking as a very young youth. So ask him, why is he getting old? Right? Then this gentleman went and asked his guru, Guruji, why you are getting old if you are God? So he told, see, that we have to display this leela of getting old. Otherwise people will not believe you. Fine? Little convincing answer for this disciple. He came back to Prabhupada. Then further, Prabhupada was very strongly putting forward points and told, you call your guru. I want to have debate with him. I'm going to ask him 2 questions. Right? First of all, you show your universal form. Right? If you are God. Then I will believe that you are God. And secondly, you should tell me how you are all pervading. You all pervading means Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Kshetrajnam chapi ma vidhi sarva kshetreshu bharata. See, we are all individual souls in our body. We know what's going on in our body. But I don't know what is going on in your body. So Krishna says, I am super consciousness. So I know your body and everybody's body, the consciousness, what is going on. All the psychic aspects of thinking, feeling, willing, I know everybody's, every moment. If he is God, let him understand this. You put these challenges. Or rather, I will ask him these questions. Call him. So Prabhupada was very strong in that way. So this gentleman now he has got, association with Prabhupada, pure devotee, slowly is getting transformed. He went to his Guru Maharaj and said, Prabhupada ji is calling you for a debate. Please come. He refused. So this gentleman started putting the questions what Prabhupada already had planned. Right? So he asked first question. Guruji, can you show universal form? No. Secondly, Guruji, second question he asked. See, now I have come to you. I will start thinking some other way. Some other thoughts I will start having in my mind. Can you tell me what's going on in my mind? That I cannot say. So immediately this person understood. Simply they are posing as God. It is fake. So immediately rejected and came and took shelter of Prabhupada. This is a pastime narrated by this person. After 6 to 7 years of association with Prabhupada, finally realized who is real God. Because Prabhupada, what he was teaching, same thing he was, already has written in the books. It was very consistent. Prabhupada never changed his stand. This is the point. So here we can see aspect of incarnation. When it comes to incarnation, we should understand that incarnations are not manufactured or concocted. It is not self-made. Tomorrow I will become incarnation. No. It is already mentioned in the scriptures. That's the point. When Sanatana Goswami was having his instructions being given to him by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, there are two important conversations of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with two Goswamis. One is Rupa Goswami. The conversation happened between Rupa Goswami and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Where? Anybody remembers? In Prayag. In a place in Prayag, where recently we had Kumbh Mela. There is a specific location called Dashashwamedha Ghata. If you had gone to Kumbh, you would have seen that place. There is a ghat where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructed Rupa Goswami for 10 days. And those instructions is what is in the form of a book called as Nectar of Devotion, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. And similarly, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructed Sanatana Goswami. And it is called as Sanatana Shiksha for 2 months in Varanasi. Right? So during that time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave a lot of instructions about the constitution of the soul, about the relation with Krishna, living entities, performance of devotional service, different varieties, all very elaborately Chaitanya Mahaprabhu spoke. So in that context, while Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is describing about incarnations, Sanatana Goswami asked one question. How do we recognize incarnations? Anybody can claim to be incarnation? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said very clearly, incarnations are all mentioned in the scriptures, revealed scriptures. Nobody can fake. Nobody can simply claim this incarnation. If the descriptions in the scriptures is matching with a personality's character, his traits, then you can identify his incarnation. Just like about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, already prediction has happened. See, Bhagavatam was composed or compiled 5,000 years ago. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came how many years ago? 500 years ago. Which means about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu already prediction was made. Krishna Varanam Tisha Krishnam Sangopangastra Parshadam Yagnai Sankirtana Praye Rajanti Sumedasaha. Incarnation of Krishna will appear in Kali Yuga, who is going to do Krishna Varana. Always going to describe Krishna. Right? And also he is of that category of Krishna. Two meanings are there. Krishna Varana means category of Krishna. It's like Krishna only, and he will describe Krishna. It's like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to spread Sankirtana. Tvisha Krishnam. His complexion will be not Krishna, not Shama. It should be Akrishna, means it will be golden color. Sango Upanga Astradam. Sango Upanga Astradam means when Krishna comes, he comes with all his paraphernalia. Sangha Upanga means like all his associates he comes. Before Krishna appeared in Braja, all the various associates who will participate in the Leela, all of them appeared. We have heard in Krishna book how Krishna before he came, he told Yogamaya, you appear as daughter of Yashoda and Nanda. I will appear as son of Vasudeva Devaki. Then you should exchange me. All these things, he had made arrangements. So when Krishna comes before he comes, all his various associates appear. Associates from spiritual world, and some associates or some demigods also appear. That is how Krishna, when he comes, it happens. Similarly, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, all the associates who will be participating in Chaitanya Leela, Sachi Mata, Jagannath Mishra, all the various associates like Advaita Acharya, Nityananda Prabhu, all of them had appeared before. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu just came and performed his lila and went back. Right? So this was Sanga, Upanga, Astradam. And his Astra is not that like, when Lord Rama came, he had a bow and arrow. Krishna came, he had Sudarshan Chakra. What is the weapon of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? Yagnai Sankirtana Prayer. His Astra is Sankirtana Yajna. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is, if he starts killing, he has to kill everybody because everybody is demoniac. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance is a very merciful incarnation. He has come to kill the demoniac mentality of people. So those who are intelligent will understand this and participate in Chaitanya Leela. Right? Very simple to worship Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Simply have to, need not even have to, have elaborate worship for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Just a photo also is good enough. Just you have to chant and dance for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is happy. Prabhupada says this. You not have elaborate worship. Even you have forgotten to offer food to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he doesn't mind. He is so merciful. You are chanting and dancing in front of him every day. Oh, enough. That is the Yuga Dharma. He came to spread this Yuga Dharma. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's incarnation was predicted 5,000 years ago. Like this, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, all the incarnations are mentioned in the revealed scriptures, when they will appear, and who will be their parents, and what are their actions, functions, everything is described. It's like nowadays there's a buzz about Kalki Avatara. Kalki Avatara is not going to come now. Kalki Avatara is going to come end of Kali Yuga. When the adharma has increased so much, Kalki Avatar, Lord Krishna is going to come as Kalki and destroy everybody wholesale. No mercy. He'll come riding on a horse, white horse with a big sword, just kill everybody. And after Kalki Avatara, the Satya Yuga will begin. So Kalki Avatara's mother, father, the place where he's going to appear, everything is described in Bhagavad. So like this, incarnations are not self-made or manufactured or concocted. They are all authorized, they are all authentic ways of Lord's appearance, described and predicted in Shastras. That's the point. So similarly, here we can see when we are reading about a specific incarnation, a Manvantara Avatara called Yajna, we have to also have this in our background understanding. Okay, now let's get into some technical understanding of what is a Manvantara Avatara. Brahma is the principal manager of our universe. Right? Brahmanda. Universe is called Brahmanda. And Brahma is the manager, chief manager. So his day and his night or his time is not like our time. Time of every living entity in this universe is relative. For us, 1 year is 365 days. For the Devatas, our 1 year is 1 day for them. 24 hours. Right? Our 12 hours is daytime, 12 hours is night time. Likewise, as you go up higher planetary systems, the time becomes, expansive. So likewise, in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Brahma's lifetime is very huge. Sahasra Yuga Paryantam Aharyad Brahmano Viduhu. Krishna gives a hint. What is Brahma's lifetime? Brahma's 1 day, that is 12 hours, is 1,000 cycles of 4 yugas. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. Which means Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, then Dwapar Yuga and Kali Yuga. These 4 yugas in 1,000 cycles is Brahma's 12 hours. Oh, 1 yuga itself is so big. And Kali Yuga is calculated to be around 4,32,000 years. And Dwapar Yuga is double this. 8,64,000. And Treta Yuga is triple times Kali Yuga, around 13 lakhs. And Satya Yuga is 4 times Kali Yuga. So how much it comes to? Around 17 lakhs, 17 plus something. If you add all this, 17 plus 13, how much? 30, right? Then again 8 plus 4, 12. So 42 or 43 roughly. 43 lakh years is one cycle. Like this, 1,000 cycles. Huge. One day only so huge. Right? For us, 70, 80 years is, oh, such a big life ahead. Brahma's life, you see, it is one day. And like this night also, 1,000 cycles, which means 24 hours means 2,000 cycles. And like this 30 days, like this 12 months, like this 100 years. Oh, huge. Prabhupada gives a calculation in Bhagavad Gita purport. It is, few billions, some 301 billion, and some 400 million. Oh, huge. It looks fantastic. Not going to die. But even from the universal time scale, this time is flash. So during Brahma's one day, 12 hours, 1,000 cycles, 14 Manus come. Who are the Manus? Manus are they are masters of the mankind, father of mankind. Basically, they are coming to the creation of Brahma for guiding the humanity in the proper rules, regulations. Okay. So Manus are personalities who come periodically to guide the humanity on the path of liberation. Right? They are like the controllers to help the human society for a proper spiritual advancement. That is Manu's role. So 14 Manus come. The first Manu is called Swayambhuva Manu. He was created by Brahma only. First Manu. Later on other Manus got next down the line creation happens one after the other. So if you see 1,000 cycles of Brahma's day divided by 14 Manus period is there. So that every period comes to roughly around 72 cycles. The 72 cycles is the period wherein Manu will rule the whole planet, Earth. Right? Earth and all the other planetary systems, basically whole universe. Okay. So that period wherein the Manu is ruling is called Manvantara. Just like we say, Prime Minister's period of his ruling is 5 years. After again election will happen, again new person will be elected, like that 5 years term. So this Manvantara period term is 72 cycles of Brahma's his day, one day. So like this 14 Manus come, and every Manu's period of his ruling is called Manvantara. And during every Manvantara, there is incarnation of Krishna. That is called Manvantara Avatara. Right? So this is the point which we have to understand, technical point, which when you read Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, all these aspects are described. And during this Manvantara, what happens? Manu is there. And for less like, in any government, you see, for administration, there is president, prime minister, and so many ministers with different portfolios. Likewise, during any Manvantara, what is Manvantara? Period of time wherein the Manu is ruling the whole universe, there are 6 kinds of entities to manage, to do the administration, as Prabhupada says, the administrative posts. Right? Who are they? The Manu himself. And there are Devatas. Who are Devatas? They're all administrative officers conducting various affairs of this whole universe as per Krishna's order. Right? They are not independent. Krishna explains in Bhagavad Gita. They are administrative officers who are occupying different posts, just like the Indra. Indra is a post, not a name of a person. Is a post. Indra post, mainly he controls rain. Then there is a post of Vayu, Devata. He controls wind. So many types of winds are blowing everywhere. Like this, there are 33 crore Devatas who are all managing different affairs of the universal, happenings. So the Manu is created, one type. Secondly, Devatas are created. And there are Manuputras. Next, who is going to rule? Descendant of Manus. They will be created. Then there is Manvantara Avataras, just like Yajna is a Manvantara Avatara. And there are Lokapalas, called as Sureshwaras. Means so many other personalities along with demigods who will be assisting them. The kings and different powerful personalities. And there will be Rishis, sages, Sapta Rishis. These are 6 types of varieties of personalities who will be created along with Manu in every Manvantara. So here specifically what Prabhupada is telling is, when during the Swayambhuva Manu, first Manu is called Swayambhuva Manu, Prabhupada also clarifies, present period is called Vaivasvata Manu. So the first Manvantara, 72 cycles is over. We are reading about the history. Like this, first is over, second is over, third is over, fourth is over, fifth is over, sixth also is over. 6 Manvantaras are over. Right now, we are in the 7th Manvantara. How do you get this information? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself says in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, and also in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna explains. In the 4th chapter, if you read Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, I instructed imam vivasvate yogam proktavanham avyayam vivasvan. So, in this 7th Manvantara, I hope you have understood this word, Manvantara, is the period of time wherein the Manu is ruling. 72 cycles of Brahmas that day. So, presently, the sun god is called by the name Vivasvan. That's what Krishna says, Bhagavad Gita. And Krishna says, I instructed this Bhagavad Gita knowledge long ago to sun god. You see. And sun god instructed it to his son, known as Manu, Vaivasvata Manu. So right now, the Manvantara we are living is called Vaivasvata Manvantara. And our Manu is Vaivasvata Manu. Is Brahmandas, he is ruling. It's called Vaivasvata Manu. Is one more administrative post next to Brahma, conducting the affairs of human society basically. So this Manvantara right now is called Vaivasvata Manu, and this is the Manvantara, 7th Manvantara, wherein Krishna comes once in a day of Brahma. Very specific. When Krishna comes. See, all is all very technical, but you have to understand when Krishna comes, why Krishna comes. Krishna will come as other incarnations in other times, but he comes himself as Krishna during the 7th Manvantara's specific cycle, 28 cycles, Dwapar Yuga he comes. That much specific it is. And immediately after Krishna's appearance, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes, which means in a day of Brahma, only once Krishna comes, once Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes. Okay, so this is what whole Bhagavatam is describing. If you read from beginning to end, 1st canto to 9th canto, you will get these descriptions. In 2nd Manvantara, this happened. In this Manvantara, this happened. It's like the Gajendra pastime. One elephant got delivered, right? He was caught by a crocodile. This happened in 4th Manvantara. And that Kurma Avatara happened in 6th Manvantara. This is what descriptions are there. So you should have some basic understanding. So when you read Bhagavatam, you will be able to relate with what you are reading. And specifically in 7th Manvantara, the incarnation going to come, Vamana Avatara. And further descriptions are there. 8th, who will be the Avatara, who will be the demigods, everything description is there in the Bhagavatam. Up to 14th Manvantara, what will happen, everything is given. Nothing to, worry who will come. No, already who will come is predicted. So Bhagavatam is having those descriptions. That's why it's called Shastra. Shastra means past, present, future. Everything is given. Nobody can say, oh, what will happen to the future? Everything will be finished. Nothing is going to finish. It will all continue as it is. Right? So that's the point here. Specifically, Prabhupada says, when I described about the 6 types of varieties of entities who will be created along with, with Manu in the Manvantara to manage this whole universe. Right? Devatas, Rishis, Manvantara Avataras. So in this Manvantara Avatara, in the first Manvantara, it is Swayambhuva Manu, was Yajna. And who is this Yajna? Yajna, here it is said, he is son of Prajapati Ruchi and his wife Akuti. So let us get to some more details of this Prajapati Ruchi and Akuti. When Swayambhuva Manu was created by Brahma, he also created his wife Shatarupa. So Manu and Shatarupa, 2 personalities, the original Manu, they had 5 children. Right? 2 sons, 3 daughters. Okay. Son's name is Priyavrata and Uttanapada. Okay. During Priyavrata's ruling, Lord Rishabhadev came in dynasty. In the same dynasty, Rishabhadev came. Incarnation again. We'll see in the next verse. And during the reign of Uttanapada, one more son of Swayambhuva Manu, Lord appeared as Maharaja Prithu. Again, Shaktavesha Avatara. Right? And during this, the other 3 daughters, who are the 3 daughters? Akuti, Prasuti, and Devahuti. Right? Devahuti was married to one sage by name Kardama Muni. And the incarnation who appeared in Devahuti's womb was Lord Kapila, which we have already read. Right? So Devahuti, Kapila, we have already understood. Then, Prasuti will marry to Daksha. There's a nice pastime in the Bhagavatam about how Daksha will have many daughters. One of the daughters is called Sati. She will get married to Lord Shiva. And the Daksha Yajna pastime is described in the Bhagavatam. Right? Then this Akuti, about Akuti was what we are discussing here. Right? So Akuti was married to one Prajapati. Prajapati means progenitors. They are created to increase population. It's called a progenitor, Prajapati. Right? So one Prajapati by name Ruchi, they got married. And from this marriage, the birth of a child was an incarnation. Let's see. So why are you reading all about these historical incidences? Because these personalities are all having Krishna in one of his incarnations as their son. It's really very important to know. Just like Devaki Vasudeva had, Krishna had this as their son. So we understand about Devaki Vasudeva. Bhagavatam describes the parents of Krishna are as good as Krishna. They are transcendental. As Arjuna says, Param Brahma, Param Dhama, Pavitram Paramam Bhava. Krishna is all pure. So when somebody has to become Krishna's parents, they also should be all pure. All transcendental. So likewise, these parents' names are important for us to understand. Why? Because they are all giving birth to one of the incarnations of Krishna. Remembering these names, understanding these historical aspects is going to purify us. This is what Krishna says. Janma karma chame divyam evam yoveti tatvataha. Understanding my appearance, Not only Krishna's appearance, is every other incarnations as described in Bhagavatam. What activities they did, understanding them is going to purify us and liberate us. Right? So here, the history is that Akuti is one of the daughters of Swayambhuva Manu, and she was married to one Prajapati by name Ruchi, and they begot a son by name Yajna, who was an incarnation, Manvantara Avatara. And specifically Prabhupada says, when there is a scarcity of such pious living beings, which pious living beings? The demigod post or the rishi post is all occupied by very highly pious living entities. It's like it is said, the post of Brahma is occupied by a human being who has performed 100 lifetimes of pious life, following all the rules, regulations. Bhagavatam says, 100 lifetimes he has lived a life of complete dharmic, as per the rules, regulations of scriptures, then he will become Brahma. So we can see various human beings in human society doing so many, dharmic aspects. So based on their level of piety, pious activities, they are elevated to different stages of demigods, different levels of demigods, different posts they get. So performing any pious activity will not go in vain. Everything is recorded. You will get a suitable post next life. In fact, chanting Hare Krishna is more than a punya activity. It's going to elevate you so much. Scriptures say, even if you have chanted Hare Krishna and not perfected your life for whatever reason, you're not able to fully focus on the bhakti aspects, but you're chanting somehow, next life you'll become Devata. Wow. Or you'll be born as a rich man. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita all these things. Either as a Devata or as a very rich, in rich family or in a very pious family. 3 options Krishna gives. So performance of bhakti is never a loss. Only gain. So here, Prabhupada says, Devatas are all very highly elevated, pious living entities when there is a scarcity for that post. Living entity in that period was not there. One living entity, pious, qualified person was not there. Then what happens? Avatara himself will take that post. So at that time of this at this Manvantara, the post of Indra, who is the head of all the Devatas, that was vacant. Nobody was there. So this Avatara Yajna himself became Indra. He also had an additional post. It's like, it said, sometimes we hear, in some states, the chief minister has resigned. So what will happen? President role will come. President, even though president is the president of the whole country, specifically that state, for until some new chief minister is appointed, president rule will happen. Likewise. So the demigods, demigod position was not, the Prabhupada says, when there is scarcity of such entities, pious entities, the Lord incarnates himself as Brahma, Prajapati, Indra, etc. and takes up the charge. Finally, it is Krishna only is maintaining in different ways. Right? And living entities are given opportunity to move forward in their elevation in spiritual journey. When there is no such living entity suitable for that post, Krishna himself becomes that. He takes up the post. That's the point which Prabhupada is trying to tell us here. So, Indra, he became Indra. This Yajna became Indra. He took up the post of Indra also, assisted by his own sons. I'd like to mention a few interesting aspects about this incarnation. It's mentioned in the Bhagavatam. Later we'll see. This Akuti, when she was married to whom? Prajapati Ruchi. Her father, who is her father? Swayambhuva Manu, put a condition. The son born from you should be given to me. Very interesting. Why? Already Akuti had 2 brothers. Already 2 sons were there. Priyavata, Uttanapada. Even then, Swayambhuva Manu told that the son born to you should be handed over to me. So this is called Putrika Dharma. Which means, if the father has a daughter only and he has no sons, So he can tell his daughter, after your marriage, the son born of you should be given to me. I'll adopt that son. This is permitted in the Vedic scriptures. So this is called Putrika Dharma, which means by execution of religious principles, one gets a son, although one is sonless by one's own wife. So here we can see a very extraordinary behavior of Manu. He had only 2 sons. And he has handed over his first daughter, Akuti, to Prajapati Ruchi. With a condition, Ruchi has told, son is born, give it to me. Why? Because Acharya's comment that King this Swayambhuva Manu knew that the son born of my first daughter is going to be incarnation of Krishna. Right? He knew that he'll be Supreme Personality of Godhead. So before even birth, he had this foresight, and then that way he told, you hand over. And so son came, Akuti's son came to her grandfather. Right? So Prabhupada says, Manu is the lawgiver of mankind, and since he personally executed Putrika Dharma, we may accept such a system, and we can adopt the system in the mankind also. Right? So anyway, this is all technical things. And further what happened, this Ruchi was a very powerful Brahmana, having a lot of Brahminical qualifications, right? And he begot a son and a daughter, Yajna, and daughter's name was Dakshina. Actually, both were Narayana and Lakshmi who appeared in the womb of Akuti. Of the 2 children born of Akuti, the male child was directly an incarnation of Supreme Lord, and his name was Yajna, which is another name of Lord Vishnu. Right? Yajna means Vishnu only. The female child was a partial incarnation of Lakshmi, the goddess of fortune, the eternal consort of Lord Vishnu. So whenever Krishna appears, his energy consorts also appear. So Swayambhuva Manu very gladly brought home the beautiful boy named Yajna, and Ruchi, his son-in-law, kept with him the daughter Dakshina. So what is important for us to understand here is, one of the Lord's names is Yajna. Yajna means he is the master of the Vedas, and Yajna comes from the word, Sanskrit word, Yajausham Patihi, Lord of all sacrifices. Krishna explains, Yajnarthat karmano anyatra lokoyam karma bandhanaha. If you don't perform activities to please Krishna, Vishnu, Yajna, then you will be in karma bandhana. Krishna introduced the concept of Yajna. Yajna means sacrificing everything for Krishna's pleasure. That is what is our situation, our actual situation. This we have forgotten, and we are in karma bandhana. So, Krishna very clearly in Bhagavad Gita is explaining all these things. And if you don't do this, there will be reaction for you. You will continue with this material world repeatedly, going through cycle of birth and death. Right? Further, it is very nicely mentioned, the Lord of the ritualistic performance of Yajna later married Dakshina. He married his daughter, his sister only? No, this is not the way to see. This Dakshina was very anxious to have Supreme Lord as her husband. And in his wife, the Lord was also very much pleased to beget 12 children. Prabhupada explains. I'm giving more details about this incarnation. So Prabhupada says, an ideal husband-wife are generally called Lakshmi Narayana, to compare them to the Lord and the goddess of fortune. For significant that Lakshmi Narayana are forever happy as husband and wife. A wife should always remain satisfied with her husband, and a husband should always remain satisfied with his wife. So Chanakya Pandita says, Prabhupada quotes, that if a husband and wife are always satisfied with one another, then the goddess of fortune automatically comes. A family where husband and wife are having a very cordial, harmonious, good relationships, Lakshmi stays there. Right? In other words, where there is no disagreement between husband and wife, all material opulence is present and good children are born. So this is about the description. There are more descriptions in other parts of the Bhagavatam, but we are running out of time. We will close here. So like this, the incarnation mention is here in the beginning of the Bhagavatam, first canto. Later on, descriptions are there. Who is this incarnation? More detailed description. And understanding these historical aspects of what happened in our universe, in the universe which we are staying, is important. What happened in previous Manvantaras, who Lord has come in what way. This is subject matter of Bhagavatam. Lord has come in this incarnation, he did this pastime, this way he appeared, this way he did his leelas. This is what our mind should be absorbed in. Otherwise, our mind will be absorbed in what? IPL match, present day politics, Trump imposing a lot of tax on us. This is what our mind will be absorbed. Right? Morning news, hot news. Right? A lot of news keeps coming every day. And this is all material, mundane news, which you should know little, but not that you should get immersed in it. Right? There's so many news channels, so many newspapers, so many media, all reporting what's happening around us. How is it relevant? Yes, it may be relevant to some extent, but it's not ultimately relevant or spiritually relevant to us. You can take some lessons, of course. How Trump is lording over, you can understand. As Krishna says, more you lord over, already Trump is telling, I'll come for third term. And as per American Constitution, nobody can become president twice. See how much desire is there. Already 78 years old. By the time he finishes his term, he will become 82 years. Old man. And he want to rule. So we can see from Bhagavatam perspective, Bhagavad Gita perspective, how everybody is power hungry. And nobody wants to die. But that is sure. These perspectives you can have. Understanding the relevant current news, you can see from Shastras. Okay. So more important is to read this news of Bhagavatam every day. Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Prabhu, I don't get interest to read at all. If I take the book, after 5 minutes, I will sleep off. Some of you will have experience, right? So because that interest is not there. That rasa is not there. Because other news, mundane news, lot of rasa. Right? Lot of taste. So much, it is actually, it is making you more and more enthusiastic and relate easily. So for this, you will not have interest, but interest will come provided you sit. I will, with determination. That's what Rupa Goswami says, no? Utsaha, Nishchaya, Dhairya, Tat Karma Pravattanat, Sangatyago Shado Vritti, Shadvir Bhaktir Prasidhyati. If you want to move forward in your bhakti life, bhakti devotional service life, then you should have utsaha to read Bhagavatam every day. With full determination, nishchaya, and with patience. Yes, Krishna will give me ruchi, taste. So very important, because once Krishna is seeing your sincerity. You only see Bhagavad Gita with you every day. I have to read. We make a commitment. Today, I will sit and read. But something will come up and this priority of what you did in the morning decision will slip off. So thing is, determination from your side that I will read today Prabhupada's books. Prabhupada wanted morning 1 hour and evening 1 hour. Strictly. Because whatever Prabhupada had to say is all in the books. Prabhupada said, just read my books. Why did Prabhupada write so many books? For us only to read. Just see one verse, how much we can understand. And reading, what happens? Slowly, your intellectual capability of analyzing things, understanding things, you will become nishtha, you will become very steady in bhakti. If you have not read Prabhupada's books, the way Prabhupada wanted us to read, then what happens? Some big wind comes, like in your life, so many ups and downs happen, you will get shaken. This understanding of what Prabhupada is saying in his books it will create a strong foundation in you. Nothing will happen. Any other, any sort of a disturbance, mental, emotional, physical, no problem. You stand very strong. That's the point. So it is strongly recommended that we read Bhagavad Gita every day. Prabhupada said 4 books are important. Bhagavad Gita, Nectar of Devotion, Teachings of Lord Chaitanya, and Bhagavad. You read 4 books, don't read anything else. Prabhupada says clearly, don't read anything else. Oh, Rupa Goswami, some other, Ujjvala Nilamani. When you have read everything, then you read. Generally in Vrindavan, no, we have this tendency. Oh, Prabhu, that Goswami, this, some Chandrika, that, this. Hey, first you read basic things, no, what Prabhupada has given. Then you go to other books. Okay, fine. I'll close here. Anybody want to discuss something or ask something? Take us some questions. Okay. Yes, Mataji. Krishna Tattva and Vishnu Tattva are same, you are asking. Yes, same and different, both. How? It's like Achintya Bheda Bheda Tattva. Krishna only expands as Vishnu, right? Same, but Krishna is different, Vishnu is different in terms of their qualities. It's like it is mentioned, Prabhupada mentions later on in this chapter only. If you say Krishna has 100% qualities, Vishnu, Narayana will have 96% qualities. That way they are different. Some qualities are not there. So Vishnu is one manifestation of Krishna for a specific pastime, specific reason. Both are same. But from the material point of view, we should not compare, Krishna is that. And no, they're all, from spiritual point of view, they're all same. We should not bring our material calculation to that Krishna, Vishnu, all are different. They're all same. Just like we discussed last, Ramanavami day. Rama, Krishna, Rama, the Murtishu Kala, Niyamena Tishtan, all the various expansions, incarnations, all are same. They are Advaya. Advaya means non-different. Those forms exhibit specific opulences required for a specific role, specific lila. Rama exhibited the opulence of, say, ideal king, ideal husband, whereas Krishna was, not an ideal king, right? He was not an ideal husband, at least, from our point of view, right? He had so many girlfriends. So like these people, Krishna has a multifaceted personality. But if you carefully analyze, what Krishna is doing is perfect. Right? He is not having any affair with anybody other than his own expansions. So like that, they are same and different. That's how our whole philosophy of Achintya Bheda Bheda Tattva, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explains. Okay, so we'll close here. Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande.